This is another one of those planes that just demonstrates that having good missiles will net you a pretty solid amount of kills with relative ease. This is the J7D, and this is what China got for their $70 premium. Honestly, there's really nothing noteworthy about this plane. It's basically a MiG-21 SMT, I think, but instead of having the giant countermeasures pod and the R60s, you actually get countermeasures on the plane itself, which is, I guess, nice in comparison. And instead of those R60s, you get the option to carry either PL5Bs or the PL7, which is just a magic one, or I guess you could carry a combination of the two. Oh yeah, and instead of being at 10.3, it's at 11.0. So your flight performance is definitely not there in comparison to most of what you're going to be facing. Unfortunately, 11.0 is not nearly as friendly of a matchmaker as 10.7 is. Now, with my experience with the 10.7 matchmaker recently, if this thing theoretically was 10.7, I would very frequently play this plane. I have played this plane a decent amount, nothing super crazy, I just kind of, I don't know, found myself weirdly enjoying it. I think that might just be because of the PL5Es. I really like the missiles, the dopamine hint is very nice, neuron activation. That's kind of just about it though when it comes to the good aspects about this plane. When it comes to flight performance, you're going to be outclassed by just about everything. Yeah, you'll still see phantoms and stuff, which usually they're pretty easy work, but the majority of what you're going to be facing nowadays is F-16s, F-14s, MiG-29s, MLs, MLDs, MLAs, so you're kind of just outclassed. However, as I said a minute ago, you've got very strong missiles, and just because you have those strong missiles, you're probably going to rack up a good amount of kills. And since we're back on the missiles, I prefer the PL5Bs. A lot of people like taking a couple of the PL7s as well, or the magic ones. I get it, they're a little more flare resistant, however, I would rather just have 4 of the same missiles. PL5s are fantastic anyway, but honestly, I feel like you could probably just chalk it up to preference. I did use the PL7s a bit, and I took 4 of them because, like I said a second ago, I prefer just to have 4 of the same missile. They work fine, they're great missiles, but I don't know, PL5 is just nice. Okay, gameplay time. This game I took the PL5s as I did most of the games and get a couple off on the little swarm below me. If I was a little more patient, yeah, I probably could have got 4 kills with these 4 missiles, but I wasn't. Get right behind these 2 F-14s, try and line up a shot on one of them. Poorly placed shots, get a crit, that's fine. And then he team killed the other one for me, so we ball, I guess. Pulling away from this mess, trying to make sure the first F-14 I crit doesn't get a shot off on me. He does line one up, he almost gets a missile off, but not quite. And then my teammate hits him with a missile, and I got the kill? Not really sure what happened there, but I'll take it, I guess. This F-16 gets a 9L off on me. I cut my throttle down a bit, drop a few flares, and that's going to be a non-issue. But maybe, perhaps, potentially, and theoretically, an F-16 right behind me would be an issue. Never mind, he pulled off and went for my teammate. Very nice. But we're not exactly in the clear here because we got 2 F-14s and an F-16 up, and my team is pretty much dead at this point. Looks like an F-14 is headed my direction, and in order to prevent him from getting a shot off, I dive in this little valley right here, so I know if he tries to take a shot off on me, there is a pretty high chance he'll hit the ground. And to my surprise, that's exactly what happened. Made me laugh when it happened. I'll count that as a kill. But there's still an F-14 and an F-16, and that's not good. Hoping that PL5 would get this one, but he is paying attention. Unfortunate. Tries getting a shot off on me, but I get out of the way. But oh no, F-16 right behind me. I'm faster than him for the time being, but it's an F-16. He will absolutely catch me. I honestly fully expect to die here. I'm not expecting to live against an F-14 and an F-16, both of which are quite a bit better than this little old MiG-21. Skipping forward a little bit, I'm sort of trying to close the distance between the F-16 and I'm trying to do that while also not getting shot. So I'm going to take a dive down in here to this little valley. This way I'm hoping it'll also be a little tougher for the F-14 to get a shot on me as well. Once we're both close enough, I start turning sharply, so I'm going to bleed a whole bunch of speed, and the F-14 is going to end up right in front of me. Thought I pulled enough lead here, but not quite. I suck at aiming this gun in general, and to be honest, lately my aim is still not exactly stellar. That's what PL5s are for. He turns right, missile coming from the left, he flares it, it leads the missile straight to his engine. But now that it's just the F-16 and I have a little more hope. He's going faster than he needs to, since because he's going fast and I'm going slow, I'm going to be able to pull inside of him. He doesn't do very much to dodge my guns and get a crit, and that's going to take him out. Now, if I were him, I probably would have extended away, because if he just kept his nose down and had that afterburner going, I would not have been able to catch him. If he did that and played a little more cautiously, eventually he would probably end up getting a shot on me one way or another. I'll always take a 5-kill game in a plane like this. That's not exactly one of the best at the BR. Hell, I guess you could count it to 6 kills if you count that F-14 that crashed. Show you one more game. This one I actually opted to take the PL7s instead of the PL5s. Retrospectively, if I had the PL5s in this specific scenario, and once again, if I was a little more patient, I probably could have sent 4 missiles off and got 4 kills. But I didn't, and got 2, which is, you know, that's cool. Honestly, the only reason I wanted to take the PL7s for a few games was A, change of pace, B, I think they look cool. It's really dumb, but I think the missile itself just looks nice. I don't know what it is about them. Anyway, get my nose back down. No one followed me up, which is huge for me. Get one on the F4J, he's distracted by my teammate. That's going to result in kill. Get one on the F14 as well, it seems he's also distracted. 2 more kills. A couple more Phantoms right below me. Decided not to go for the F4E because I would have hit the ground. Get a shot off on this F4J, and that's going to be a crit. Start pulling away a bit. Do this because if I turned around immediately, I would have been completely sitting still by the time I got turned around, and you don't want to be doing that when there's enemies around. Doing this when I turn around, I'll actually have a chance to get all that speed back for whatever reason I might need it. Once I get back to this F4J, luckily my teammates didn't kill him, so I'm actually going to be able to secure my kill, send some shots off, and finish him off. Now there's another Phantom behind me. I feel like there's a lot of Phantoms in this specific match. Fine with me, they're pretty easy to deal with most of the time, I think. The one that's behind me now starts shooting some missiles at me, and he starts following me up in this climb, and I'm a lot faster than him, so that's good with me, because eventually I can just put my nose back down and get a missile off, or get my gun kill, whatever I need to do. At this point, I've put a bit of space between us, and I'm still pulling away pretty quickly, and there's an F-16 below me, so I'm going to put my nose down and see if I can get a shot on him. Just gotta make sure I keep my eye on the Phantom. Teammate takes out the F-16, so now I shift my focus right back to that Phantom. Try to make it hard for him to get a shot on me. Luckily, he couldn't get it, and he's going to go straight for my teammate instead of trying to pay attention to me and see what I'm doing. Eventually catch back up, he's right in front of me, gonna be a non-issue, just a little burst, and he's dead. Unfortunately, not before he killed my teammate, but whatever, it is what it is. So the J7D, really not that much to write home about. It's got good missiles, and therefore you can do okay. But in the end, it is just a MiG-21, and in fact, it's basically a 10.3 MiG-21 with better missiles. Yeah, it'll work if you're grinding through the tech trees, if you really need to just grind the entire Chinese tech tree if you want like the J7E or something. Or hell, I guess there's a F-16 in the Chinese trade now, so that too. To be honest, I'd rather just play the J7E than this. It's literally just this, but better. Alright, before I wrap this up, I gotta ask something to you guys. You better drop your New Year's resolutions in the comments because I'm gonna tell you mine right now. First one, play more disc golf. Second one, yeah, no, that's it.